disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fits, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Tuesdays, you got the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. Thursdays is us, Fits, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Joe, and Angel.
Wednesdays, you got the traditional way with Brett Shumway. And once a month, we got the extra scoop with Peyton Fender and Jeff Dawes.
For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Fellas, it's showtime. What is going on, Joe?
Yeah. I didn't get to go to Chicago and have all the fun. I had to stay here and work.
Listen, look how dedicated, Travis, look how dedicated your boys are. Me and Angel literally just got back home and we
for real
on the stream. Literally, I walked in the house an hour and a half ago, and now I'm recording the podcast.
And we got a snowstorm out here in Connecticut.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that bullshit in a minute.
I'm gonna get
to that bullshit in a minute. I was so pissed driving back from Chicago, but go ahead, Joe.
We got like sub-zero temperatures coming, but I don't know about no snow. No, I didn't get to go to Chicago. I was really bummed about that. But I did get to enjoy my daughter's 17th birthday. I left work early on Friday. I said, you know what? Y'all gonna not let me go to Chicago. I left work at noon. I took my daughter out to lunch. Went to this place called K-Pot in Novi.
Okay.
So they do Korean barbecue and K-Pot, which is basically ramen, soup. Asian soup, whatever you want to call it. So you cook it at the table yourself. You got the little grill burner for your soup, and then a grill in the middle with a fan, and you get an iPad, and it's basically a buffet. You order your meat, you order some vegetables, whatever you want to go in the soup. You order all kinds of stuff like shrimp and fish and beef and chicken, and cook it right on the Korean barbecue grill. And yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. We had a good time. Used our chopsticks. So
did you like that, Joe? Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm into things that are different like that. And my daughter, like last year, we just went to a place that gave you order the ramen and they make it for you and then they bring it to you and it comes in a big bowl. But this was interesting how me, I'm an adventurous eater, so if there's different stuff on there, I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna tell you something
crazy, but
yeah. So I remember, you ever been to Black Rock?
Yeah.
I don't care. They're not a sponsor, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about them. I've been there. I've been there a couple times. The first time I had a reservation. The very, very first time, a reservation I had, and I showed up at my reservation time. And they told me I had a 2-hour wait.
Damn.
Said, why do I have a 2-hour wait when I had a reservation? That doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense.
No sense. So my cousin had hooked me up because I guess her and her husband knew the owner of the restaurant. So she asked how it went, and I said we left. I didn't go in. We bounced. And she's like, wow. I was like, we had a reservation and we still had a 2-hour wait. I was like, I'm not about to wait. I could have waited at home 2 more hours. That doesn't make any sense, right? So she was like, no, go back and just ask for whoever, right? So I did go back and I asked for whoever the guy's name was, got a table, sat down, and you pretty much cook your own damn food.
Yeah.
On this rock. Yeah, right. I could have stayed home to do that. Why would I go to a restaurant to go?
You can order the food cooked. That's just the experience they give you. Yeah.
They didn't tell me that.
Yeah, that's just the extra experience
Okay, because I
for
was like, I
people.
could have
But
stayed
yeah,
home and at the time I was eating meat, I was like, I could have stayed home and fried this damn steak on the stove. I mean, instead of on a damn rock. Like,
yeah,
what's the point of this?
yeah. That's part of the experience,
Man.
and they charge a lot for it. It's kind
Yeah,
of funny.
exactly. You gonna charge me for me doing your work, motherfucker? You do this. You
And
do
still ask for a tip. You brought me a hot rock and some meat, and then
this.
while you're,
Right?
it's
Why am
pretty
I paying?
genius.
Why am I paying? I could have
I'm
did.
telling you, it's pretty genius because I did this at this place, and this was lunch, and I paid $84 after tips. So,
Jesus Lord.
right?
Yeah, but you got to keep one thing in perspective. It's like, okay, it's for my baby girl, it's for my daughter. So,
That's
it
the
is
only
what
reason,
it is.
we don't do that every day. So,
Right.
and it
Right.
was fun. It was cool. We did that, and then these kids, man, because we did this last year, Cat Cafe.
You did.
So
You
she
talked about
wanted,
that last year.
yeah. So this one was a little. The other one I'm gonna say was okay, but this one that we went to was a little bit more put together, and everything. It was called Avocado, like avocado with cat in the middle.
Okay.
Listen,
So it was
you
Okay.
said
Here we go.
you said Cat Cafe, and as soon as you said it, I was about to say the same thing I said last year. What kind of cat are they serving? I was just about to say
no,
the
no, no,
same
no,
thing, and now
no,
you
man.
said
Listen, what they really
avocado.
are,
Like, oh,
is they're opened and owned. They're basically cat adoption. So there a lot of them are rescue cats, and then they try and get you. This is their way of re-socializing these cats that have been abused, and then hopefully they can find homes for them. So this one, I like this one better than the one we went to last time, even though this one was a little smaller. So they had like 5 or 6 cats, and I don't know how they separated them, like maybe by how old they were, or maybe they came in together. I don't know. But like they had different rooms. So like, we could go in this room and there's only 5 cats instead of 25 cats in one room, and maybe they're cool, maybe they're not. And most of these cats are pretty friendly. And there was a room full of kittens. The kittens were funny because they were very active and playful. Where for the cats, some of them were okay, and some of them were kind of timid. So, but they had this cat that my daughter loves called a Persian. Have you ever seen a Persian cat?
I don't think I might have. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'm not
You
into
ever see
cats.
the cat where it looks like it fell on its face and the face is flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what these things are. They
Okay.
are they are just weird looking, man.
I never
And
thought of you as a cat person.
I'm not, but I've
Okay.
been forced to be one
Okay.
because we've had a dog. So my dog is 13. Yeah, because he's as old as my son. And before that, we had another dog, but she made it to like 5 years old and she died. Got into the garbage, had a stomach rub. No, no big deal. So we've had 2 dogs and 1 cat a long time ago that we got rid of when we moved. So here I am, minding my own business. Every time my kids try to bring home a cat, I'm like, no. Every time my wife tries to bring home a cat, no. I've been doing this my whole marriage, okay? No cat, no cat, no cat. I don't like cats. Get the cat away from me. So my sister-in-law, she calls up and she talks. My wife and my sister-in-law, they talk to each other at least once a week. So this was probably 8 or 9 years ago. She calls up and she's talking about her apartment. Someone moved out of an apartment and left a cat behind. And the cat's outside where my brother-in-law, her husband, he goes and smokes. He sees this cat and it's hanging around the dumpster. So he goes and picks up the cat and then figures out there's something in the dumpster the cat wants. It's her kittens. Someone left the kittens in a bag with pneumonia. So they
Okay.
left the mom cat and tried to kill the kittens. So he brought all the cats and the kittens in, and I want to say that I think there was 3 of them. And so he washed them off and cleaned them up. Now they already have a cat and a dog, I believe, at this time. So they're not looking for more animals, especially for a little apartment. So she's trying to home these cats. She finds a home for the mom, She finds a home for the other kitten and finds one for the other one, and then she had a home for the third one, and then I guess the person backed out. So my wife hears this, doesn't say nothing, doesn't ask, just shows up with a kitten. I got 3 kids at this time. You think I'm going to tell 3 kids they can't have this kitten now? And oh, by the way, who's the favorite person of this damn cat?
The person that doesn't like it. You.
Yes.
Yeah, they like
I
that.
got pictures of this cat sitting on my head. I'm like, go. I would literally be like, go away from me. And this cat, every time this cat would, I'm like, and then she had 2 kittens. So that's our cats right now are her 2 kittens.
Yeah, you're a lot better than me, man. Like that's a good thing. I mean, for those of you people who like cats and want to rescue a cat, I couldn't do it. It'd be just my luck that I would get the cat that got PTSD or some shit, and he'll be fucking up my house when I'm not here or something.
Right?
And guess what? Guess what? His ass will be on the corner with a sign that says "We'll purr for food" because I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm putting him out. I'm not doing that. Or he'll be back at the kitty hospital or whatever, waiting to get adopted again. I couldn't do it, man. But much props to you, man. Much props to you. So you got a dog and now a cat, or 2 dogs and
I got 1 dog, 2 cats, and a lizard. And the lizard's chill, man. The bearded dragon, he's cool. He just chills in his cage. If you take him out and want to hang out with him, he'll do that. He'll just sit on my shoulder and walk around and chill and go back. You buy him mealworms once every 2 weeks. That's not even $6-7. You clean out his cage and he's good to go, man. Oh, he does vegetables too. He likes, greens and peppers and stuff. He's easy. And my wife even takes him to school. The kids love him at the school. They go and hang out with them, show them their artwork and everything. So yeah, I'll take just him. I'm to the point where I don't want any animals. That's my speed, man.
You're at my spot. That's where I'm at now, man. I don't have any animals. But I've never grown up with animals.
You know when you realize like an animal is too much work? When you're trying to go on vacation and you're like, oh, what are we gonna do with this animal?
Yeah. I think I might maybe in another 15, 20 years might get a dog or something like that. Because at that point in time the kids are gonna be grown, and Melissa might want something to take care of. So here's a little dog or something like that. And you never know, 15 to 20 years from now, hopefully, we'll go before the damn dog, so we don't have to live through burying the thing.
Wow. Oh my God.
G gonna leave a dog in a will for somebody to take care of.
Yeah, I'll leave it to Travis. Travis, here's our price. Take care of Kata for us.
Hey, that's a good name for a dog. I like that. Kata. That's great. Man, Angel, how you been?
Honestly, bro, I'm not even joking when I say this. I really don't got much. I'm exhausted from this weekend, man.
Angel, did you even go to sleep? Joe, Angel's flight was at 6 this morning. So like he had to have left the hotel about 3:30?
Yep.
Yeah, and we all were still up at around 11 or 12. So did you ever go to sleep? Did you ever lay down, or did you go right?
I slept like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I woke up, packed, we got to the airport. By the time I got into my gate, I think I fell asleep like twice. I fell asleep for like 30 minutes. Then the second time I fell asleep, I laid on the floor, put my head on my bag. Thank God I woke up, bro. It was like 5:45, and they were on the last group for boarding.
Oh.
I woke up, got on a plane, and going there and coming back, I had nobody in my seat, so I had the whole row to myself.
Oh, that's perfect.
As soon as the plane took off, I literally laid across all 3 seats, knocked out. Both times I woke up, we were landing. I said, thank you, Lord. Then I landed, was waiting for my ride. I got there early. I got there an hour earlier than I was supposed to. So my ride just left to come and pick me up. Found a whole entire couch, fell asleep on a couch in the airport. And then they called me and woke me up. And I honestly, I just been sleeping all day. And I tell you, I'm exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted. All the peopling that we had to do and talking and honestly, bro, like it sucked all my energy out of me. Pause. I was just like, I was exhausted and drained. Like I'm not even trying to be funny, man. I didn't even want to
We
have
did a lot. We did a lot.
yeah, I didn't want to have conversations. After a while, I was like, I'm good, man. But it was good, man. Honestly, man, just a highlight, seriously, man, a highlight of the whole weekend was two things. One, just watching my brother on stage. That's I always love watching him on stage. It's like my favorite thing. I love seeing him do his thing. And then outside of that was just being with Gene and Drew and like just man, like hey, Joe, we're gonna find an event to go to make sure you go. Because
listen, I'm not missing anything again. I'm gonna do my
seriously,
best.
and I know you know it. Like you get all of us together, it starts becoming it's jokes all day. I mean, even with Drew was cracking me up. Drew was funny. Mimi and Lump and Jermon and just everybody. It just starts getting crazy, man. So
did you see them? Were they downstairs for the for the finals?
Hell yeah, they were down there.
Yeah.
You Willie can't whisper for shit.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to know. So last time I saw Willie, he was face down. So I wanted to know, like, was he all right?
Nah, yeah, he was walking.
Okay.
He had a little drink and he wasn't staying quiet. He was in there.
There you go. He
ain't talking. He can't whisper, bro.
No.
He's the worst.
He's been like that since he was a little kid, man. He's been like that since he was a little kid.
He's the worst person to tell a secret to. You tell him, he'll repeat the secret back to you, but say it for everybody to hear it. That's how he is. But yeah, man, it was good, man. Outside of that, bro, I can't even. Like I said, I can't complain. It was a good time, bro.
Good, man. Good.
What about you, Gene? What's crazy? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really like. I can't believe like we're on the show right now because I'm like this weekend in a way went by super slow and went by super fast sometimes.
Yeah, Melissa was like, "Why don't you not do the show tonight?" She's like, "You're
I
drained. You're tired."
I thought for sure y'all was gonna be like,
"Well,
yeah, we'll
listen. That's a whole other story."
Yeah, but I don't work on MLK Day.
See, there you go.
There you go. Listen, that's another one. That was another conversation, Joe. If you would have been there, you would have died laughing.
I didn't tell him about this yet.
Gene gave us one of his great answers in front of our guests again, and I was like, "Yo, even Travis."
So this is what happened. We're sitting there. The guest sitting there. Travis is trying to set up. Travis, it took him damn near 2 hours to set everything up, man.
Yeah,
he was having equipment issues, man. So we're just sitting there, right? So. And I'm texting you. I'm going back and forth with you because I'm now Travis is having issues. So now we're not going to be able to. We're supposed to record this show yesterday. So as it's getting later and later, and I know you had a window that you could record the show. So I'm trying to keep you updated as to what's going on. So that's what I was like. You know what? We just gonna have to push it to Monday. So I turned to Angel. He sat next to me, and I said, so we probably gonna have to record tomorrow. And Angel looks at me and said, I don't do that. I was like, what? He's like, I don't record on Martin Luther King Day. I'm like, what you mean? Like, no. He's like,
Joe.
So he says, I said, you don't record on Martin Luther King's Day. He said, no. I said, Angel, we are Martin Luther King's dream. I was like, we got a little black boy talking to a little Puerto Rican boy, talking to a little white boy. I was like, this is what you would have wanted.
I started dying, and the guests are just looking at us. Trav looked up and just like, yeah. And I remember I said, was that on camera? And he goes, no. I said, thank God. Because that would have been.
Oh, come on. It should have been on camera.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Jesus, Lord. Hey, it was that. Another funny one, Joe, was in the middle of the interview. Drew started cussing out a bunch of 13-year-olds.
That's why I missed all that. So I'm talking to them, and I see my cousin being animated and doing stuff. I'm wondering, like, what the hell is going on? But he told us later. He's like, people were making too much noise, and he thought that it was interfering with the interview that was going on. So he was telling them pretty much to shut the fuck up. That's pretty much what's going on.
But he did. He was like, excuse me. guys, excuse me. He goes, excuse me, shut the fuck up. And, and yo, Marissa, his wife, Marissa was just like, and we all looked at him like, I told you, I didn't know what happened. I thought she was about to pop off. I'm about to tell everybody, pause the interview. We gotta go handle some business. We'll be right back though. But yeah, I told him, and Drew goes, guys, man, read the fucking room. You see me trying to do stuff. What the hell's wrong with you? He said that. What you call it? At one point, security was trying to kick us out because we started recording, and you couldn't record in certain places, but they didn't know that we had clearance. So they're like, "Are you guys supposed to be recording here?" And as soon as before Trav answered, I pulled up the press, but I said, "Yeah, bro. Yeah, we press over here. Yeah, we press over here. I have my pass."
Yeah, he walked away.
Yeah,
but we had some drinks. Drew went and got us some drinks, some adult beverages, and we're sitting there, and he tells us that we can't have hard liquor in that area where we were drinking because we were watching the Lions game after the interview.
Yeah.
And Drew left, and then he bought some vodka and he bought some cognac, and he put them in water bottles and came back and put them back on the table, and we just kept drinking. He didn't see the bottles, so that's what he did was all good, man. They didn't say anything else after that. So, but for me, man, everything was a little frustrating at first, and I was pissed off as soon as I got there. Literally, as soon as you didn't know this thing. I haven't told you this. So we get there, we pull up to the hotel, me and Melissa. I'm like, damn, where to go? What we supposed to do? So she tells me as we go there that, yeah, you're gonna have to park in the parking garage. I said, okay, cool, no problem. And she was like, it's valet only. I was like, valet only? I'm like, they don't have a parking lot? Nothing. She was like, no, it's valet only. I said, okay. So when I pull up, I asked the guy, where can I park? He's like, you can park anywhere downtown you want. I was like, it's a bunch of them parking? He was like, yeah. He was like, or you can valet. Now, Melissa had already told me valet parking was $87 a day.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm instantly pissed when she tells me that. So now I get out the car and I talk to the guy, and we're at the point now where I just want to get inside and park and get all the luggage out and everything, right? Now, Trav has me go to my parents' house and get their TV. My parents' TV that's in their den. So I get the TV. So I have it with me. And, hopefully they don't listen to my show. So because they don't know that the TV is going, right? This TV is heavy as shit. And it's a flat screen, but it's still a thick ass TV. And I bring it into the hotel, and my arms, when I go from the car to inside, my arms are already burning from this heavy ass TV. So then I'm texting Trav. I text Trav and I text Drew, and I said, okay, we hear somebody come up because I had a bag of equipment for Trav and I also had the TV. I have no idea where anybody is at. So I text Trav and Drew, come get the stuff. I just made it in. I don't hear from them. I'm checking my phone, like, what is going on? They're not texting back. And then Melissa is looking at me. She's like, well, where we gonna go? I was like, I don't know nothing right now. Like, she's like, what? She's like, should we go check in? I'm like, I don't know. And I'm trying not to get frustrated at her because we're literally standing right in the hallway by the front door. And I was like, so then Trav finally texts back, like, nobody can come up and help you. He was like, everybody is recording right now and I'm running the booth. And I'm just standing there like, now what the fuck am I supposed to do then? So I'm instantly hot. I'm pissed. So I said, you know what? So then Melissa says, well, the valet guy told me to leave because I was like, where's our luggage? And she was like, it's outside on the curb. It's on one of the what do you call it?
Little cart.
The cart, yeah, it's on the cart. And I said, okay. And she said he's gonna bring it up to the room. So for us to go and check in, I was like, he ain't gotta do it. We can do it ourselves. He's like, no. He said he gonna do it. I'm like, I gotta deal with this shit. Okay, fine. Fine. So I have to carry the TV. The TV's not on the cart. The TV was with me. So I'm like, all right, fine. Where's check-in? Joe, check-in was not at the front door. You had to go up escalators. Yeah. So I got this big ass TV in my arms, riding up an escalator. I am instantly sweating. I got all this sweat just pouring off of me at this point in time. I finally get upstairs. Melissa's checking in. She's like, okay, cool. Everything is set. I'm like, all right, cool. So then Trav finally texts me back. Melissa's like, I'm about to go to the room. She was like, what are you going to do? What do you need help with? I was like, shit, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know where nobody's at. I don't know nothing. So I go and ask the front desk people. I said, where's the karate tournament at? They were like, it's 3 levels below you. I was like, you mean just downstairs? She was like, yeah, take this escalator down and then go down 2 more escalators. I was like, what? I was like, all right, fuck it. All right. And I'm looking at that TV like, man, I do not want to touch this thing again. Right? I pick it up. I go to the escalator. Going up an escalator is one thing. Going down is a whole new adventure. A whole new adventure. I put my foot on that first step and damn near busted my ass. And I seen the future, Joe. I seen the future. The heavens opened up and I saw the future. I said, my ass is not about to be a TikTok, reel, a meme, nothing. You're not going to see my ass tumbling down this escalator with this TV landing on my chest. Fuck you, TV. I'm not doing it. So what do you think I did? I walked down steps. And this is a long way. Angel's laughing because he knows how far that fucking walk was. That was a long ass walk to walk with this heavy ass TV down steps. And I get down to the first level where I was at the front door and I was happy. I was like, okay, cool. Now where I go? I'm trying to, nobody's giving me any directions. I'm wandering around looking lost as shit. I see another group of escalators. I said, okay, cool. Some more steps. Walk down these. I'm barely making it at this point in time. Like I didn't have a workout. Like I had to lose 500 calories. I had to have lost 500 calories at this point. And in my head, I was like, shit, I just got here and I'm already pissed. I just got here, right? So then I get to the third set of escalators. There's no steps. So I'm standing there looking like, now how am I going to do this? I was thinking about putting the TV on the escalator and letting that bitch ride on by itself, and I was going to stand behind it. And I was like, that's not going to turn out good. I could see that thing falling forward or falling back, breaking something. That ain't going to work. So now I'm walking around trying to find steps, arms burning. Like I'm at this point in time, I'm so fucking pissed at Travis right now. I'm so pissed, right? So now I'm wandering around, and then a security guy is like, hey, can I help you? I was like, yeah, you could tell me what a karate tournament is. He was like, well, I don't know where the karate tournament is at. I was like, man, somebody said it was downstairs or something. And he was like, okay. He was like, hey, go escalate. He was like, here's the elevator right here. Because he's like, you want to get on the escalator? He's like, you want some help on the escalator? Because he was going to hold one in. And I'm thinking like, man, once again, the heavens open up. I see the future. I see like both of us, it ain't going to work. Me holding one end, him on the other end, it ain't going to work. So he's like, well, the elevator's right here behind you. I said, bet. Perfect. So he's talking to me and, he's wondering, like, why do I have a TV? Like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm with the production for the tournament downstairs. And I'm just trying to, bring this TV to my brother. And I talk about Trav and martial arts in the network, this, that, and the other, right? He's like, okay, cool. He hits the down button for the elevator. He was like, don't worry, just take the elevator down. You'll be good. I said, okay, cool, thanks. He was like, you need anything else? Just let me know. I said, okay, cool. I'm waiting. I'm like, damn, this is a long ass elevator for it to open up. Elevator finally opened up. Paramedics with a body. No, okay. Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. But somebody's on a gurney. Somebody's getting wheeled the fuck out. I don't know what happened to him. So I said, okay, I'll just take the next one. I'm not going to fit in here with all of you guys. So I wait some more. I waited for about 15 minutes before the elevator finally opened. The elevator opens. I get in. Joe, there were so many selections to push. I didn't know what button to push. No button said right here for karate tournament. Nothing. It was like this the green level, this the purple level, this the yellow level. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing to me? Like, is this a joke? Are they pranking me right now? Is this what's really going on? I'm pissed. I'm pissed because they don't say basement or any of that. It's just I'm like, oh man, I'm fucking pissed. So I get on, and what do you think I do? What do you think I do? I'll tell you what it is. You ain't gonna get it. I ride every fucking level. I ride every fucking level. That's what I do. And when the door opens, I stick my head out and I look around like, I don't hear nobody yelling. I go back in and go to the next level. Listen, I don't hear nobody yelling. I think I went up and down, up and down. I was like, fuck, I'm getting so pissed. So then I get down to where the valet is the garage is where you're supposed to pick your car up because you don't pick it up from the same place you dropped it off. So I get down to that level. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go one under that one. I go down and I just grab this big TV off. And I'm just walking down the hall, pissed off. And I see people coming in my direction, karate people. I say, okay, well, this got to be the level if I see karate people. And it's another long ass hallway. I'm like, shit. At this point in time, I'm down there about to grab the cord and just drag this fucking TV all the way down the hall. Because, man, like, this is what I got to do at this point, Joe. My arms are hurting so bad right now. I'm walking. I get a good 5-10 steps. Got to put the TV down. Pick it up. 5-10 steps. Put the TV down. I don't even. I walk all around this long hallway, this curve, and I see people talking and looking, this, that, and other. Ain't nobody asked me, like, hey, sir, you need some help? Nobody don't say shit. They didn't give a damn about me at this point. Nah. So I finally get around and I just set the damn TV down and Travis texts me, yo, where you at? And I don't answer. So then he calls me. He said, yo, where you at? I said, I don't fuck where I'm at. I don't know. He was like, look around. I say it's a hotel. I'm in a hotel somewhere. I don't know. Some kid hears me and he says, sir, you're about check-in. You're about check-in. I looked at him like, thanks. I'm about check-in. Trav was like, all right, I'm about to come get you. I said, okay, cool. So Trav finally comes to where I'm at and was like, okay, we're not going to go this way. He takes me another way. I said, Travis, I'm not carrying this TV no more. You want this TV? You carry this damn TV. So Travis was like, okay, cool. So he picks the TV up. And I could tell he's like, damn, it was heavier than what he was expecting also. So he takes me back to that elevator and we go down the elevator. It's the purple level. I eventually got it. The purple level. We ride the elevator down to the purple level. And then we take it and set it up. And I take the jacket off. And man, I'm drenched in sweat at this point in time. I'm drenched. By the time I saw you, Angel, like it had been like I had been down there about 30 or 40 minutes already. So I was cool
listen,
at that point.
What makes me I'm having tears. Again, this is what it was like all weekend with us. I mean, I had tears. I'm laughing, Joe, because if you know, he's not exaggerating one bit of this.
No, that hotel was
not.
The amount of escalators and stairs you had to take. So
yes.
The funny thing was, all this happened when we left to go set up for the interview. Drew comes up and they said, they were talking about like, oh, we got all the stuff, we cleaned out all the tables, we're good, we'll be fine. And Gene goes, where's the TV? And I think Drew said, I got it on like the cart, it's over there. And Gene looked and said, no, that's my mama's TV, bro. We ain't playing no games. Actually, we just gonna go take it to the room right now. And then Drew was like, oh, I thought I was gonna help you bring it outside. Gene goes, man, fuck that, it's cold outside. And he goes, you can carry it outside, but I'll go with you. I started dying.
Yeah, we took it. We ended up taking it to my room, man. I left the damn TV in the room, man.
Listen, Gene, I did not know none of this. If I would have known this, I would have been dying the whole. But we were working though. Like I'm not even joking, Joe. I was in a seat for 2 hours, literally 2 hours. One seat. I was in the same seat for 2 hours straight. So we were working. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, so I got everything set up, man. With the TV and everything. Travis used it for what he needed it for, man, and it all worked out good.
That was super dope how he set it up.
Yeah. So he had a video playing on it, and people would walk by and they would actually stop at the booth when they saw the plan and they would look at it. You know what? I never even looked at the TV. I have no idea what he had playing.
You didn't even know if it worked or.
I didn't look at it. I never looked at it. What was on it? Like, what was he showing?
It was the videos and highlights of Friday night, all the stuff that we recorded.
Oh, okay.
And then it was a QR code to bring them to our page.
Okay.
So they can follow us and like us on social media. So for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything.
Yeah. So it was cool. Joe, this hotel was huge.
Ridiculous.
Huge. It was a big ass hotel. And I don't even think I don't even think I saw half of the hotel.
No, not there's no way you did because there was an
No,
East Tower and a West Tower.
yeah, no, ain't no way I saw half the hotel. But it still was a good time, man. And we got to watch the Lions game. We're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about that right now, man. It was just
Nope.
this is a sad time. That brought the weekend down, man. That brought the weekend down for me, man. Um, but it was cool, man. Getting to hang out with Brett. I talked with Brett a lot. Um, I finally saw Jeff. I didn't see Jeff until this morning, right before I left. After me and Melissa and DJ ate breakfast, we got done. We're getting
Yeah,
ready to go
Jeff's a
back up
busy
those
guy.
elevators. Yeah, I didn't see him at all yesterday. I didn't see him physically. Went looking for him. I never saw him. I never knew where he was. So I never saw him up until right before I left. And we stood outside up by the escalators. We talked for maybe
How
about
about
15, 20 minutes.
Alex?
I didn't see Alex at all. But I think Alex
No,
had stuff to do with his kids. So he might have been there Friday.
when Gene got there, Alex already left, but he was there
Okay.
Friday because it was me and Alex were filming stuff with Brett and Drew and Trav. And Drew, what was I gonna say? Oh no, not Drew. When Brett was there, I actually made a joke. I said, "Hey Gene, this is Brett. Brett, this is Gene. Now you guys formally know each other. Now you guys can talk."
Yeah, I
that was
seen
a funny
he walked by me, man. He walked by me and I had to say something to him. And I made a big deal
I
of
hope
when I grabbed him and said something to him.
I hope so. Shit.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, it was good though, man. Yeah, Brett
I
was
just wish all of the whole gang could have got together and we could have chopped it up and talked.
Yeah, it was super dope. I remember with Brett, that was fun, man. Me and Brett talk. I'm not even lying to you. Me and Brett would talk every night till about like midnight ish around there. We would just talk just about a bunch of different things. So that was cool, man. It was super dope. Yeah, I agree with you though. I definitely want us to find a tournament where all of us can all be there.
It's
And
gonna be
really,
kind of hard, but you know, especially like with I mean you and Jeff and Brett on the East Coast, Seawalk's in Atlanta, Travis in Atlanta.
the best thing to do
And then
is
Alex is in Chicago.
But
You
what it
know,
is you gotta go. We gotta go to ones that we gotta go to a one that we know everyone will be at, and
right.
like Battle of Atlanta, it's like a one that we can go to that we know there's already people in that area, so we're gonna see them. We know some people are already gonna go, so then it's just like you
I'm not
guys.
sure Alex will go to. I'm not sure. What do you
Battle
think
of
Alex
Atlanta
will go?
he goes every
I've
year.
never been
He
to
does.
Atlanta, so I'd
Yeah,
like
he
that.
goes every year.
Okay.
He goes to Battle of Atlanta every year, and he also goes because sometimes they use him to judge. Like they use
Okay.
they want him there to judge and everything. So
now on the way back going there, man, all week I've been looking at the news and keeping up with the weather and everything. Never did it say anything about snow in Detroit or Chicago. And I guess I wasn't smart enough to think about the in between spaces in between Chicago and Detroit because I came through some snow on the way back and I'm pissed. I was so pissed. About an hour and a half into the drive, all of a sudden I'm looking ahead and I'm like, Melissa, what is this? What's coming? Like, what is this? She was like, snow. Next thing you know, snow squalls hitting us. We went through about 6 or 7 of these bitches, man. Got to the point, man, where my GPS said something that I never heard before. GPS ain't never told me, be careful, icy road conditions ahead.
that
It's never said that, ever, you know. At one point in time, I pulled off and we got ready to sit there. And I was like, how long is this supposed to last? She was like, this area we're in now is supposed to get 3 to 7 inches. She's like, you just got to drive through it. And I'm like, damn. So that's what I did. I drove through it. Was not fun at all. So it added a little bit of extra time coming back. You know, when I went out there, it was 4.5 hours out there. Getting back, it was about 5.5 hours getting back. You know,
Okay.
so yeah. But other than that, man, it was a good trip. We had fun. I didn't see any of Chicago. All I saw was the hotel. Melissa, she got to go out with Drew's wife, Rissa, and they got to go see Chicago. They walked up and down Michigan Ave, and DJ also went with them, and they had a good time, man. She really had a good time, and I told her like, yeah, this is what it was like for me as a kid going to tournaments. I've been to some cities, and I ain't never seen the city because all you see is the hotel. You don't
Yep.
get a chance to go out and explore. Really, you will have to stay an extra day or something, or get there an extra day ahead before the event if you ever want to see that city that you're going to.
yeah.
You know, so but I'm glad that they got to have a good time and enjoy themselves, man. I don't know what one of them would have done if the other one didn't come. They would have just been sitting in that tournament bored. So all day and all night, so but the interviews, let's talk about the interviews. The interviews went really, really well. Really, really well.
Good. I'm glad.
We had Colin O'Brien,
Yep.
and we had Justin and Juliana Ortiz.
Yep.
Yeah. So Colin was Hawk's stunt double Joe.
Okay.
And then he also was one of the members of the Ireland team.
All right.
Justin was the Spanish Hawk with the braids. He was there. That's what we interviewed. And his wife is the girl that was also on the Spanish team, but she also danced with Dimitri. That got Dimitri in trouble.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we saw them, and then there was another character there also, but he didn't interview with us, but he was just there listening and watching everything. He was the guy who stole Robbie's van in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So his name was Chris, right?
Yeah.
Angel, I believe his name was Chris. Yeah. So we had a good time, man. Just talking with all of them. The interviews were good. I have no idea when Travis put them out. He said that he got a lot of good clips, stuff that he's going to clip up and put out. So I have no idea how he's going to do it. But if he puts it out in a normal interview form, like our normal Fist Kicks and Flicks show, I want to do a proper interview. I mean, intro for it, because
Yeah.
I don't like how we just kind of just jump right into it, into the interviews.
I'll
So
tell you what, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, Joe. When we were thinking about doing an intro, Gene said it. He's like, I got no music. Like, I really don't even know like what to say. I said, yo, that's actually pretty valid. Like, we always do it with music, and we always have like our.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea like how to kick off the show or kick it off, and I knew Travis was going to edit it, and that was another reason why I didn't want to do it, because it wasn't going to be like this show where it's just continuous. I
Yeah.
knew that he was going to have to edit it, so I was like, do I need to do an intro for both parts or just one? I was like, you know what? In my head, I'm thinking, you know what? I'll wait till we're all on here and we'll just say something right quick, and then we'll just, kick it to the interviews, and then the interviews will come on. So I'll talk to Travis and get that all straightened out.
Gene's such an industry guy. You could tell, like, this was your
Yeah,
life for a while.
yeah. And another thing, like, I know martial arts in the network is Travis's thing. Like, I talked with my mom. My mom asked me all the time. She's like, "How come you don't help Travis out?" I'm like, "Because that's not my business. That's his. If he wants help or something or some advice or whatever, I'll give it to him if he asks me." But I was like, I don't. He has a certain way that he wants to do this. I don't want to interfere, because I know me and I get invested when I start helping people and doing things. And when I know something, and if somebody doesn't do it the way that I say we should do it, and they don't do it, I get pissed off and get irritated and all that stuff. So I just know me. I just know me and my temperament. So I'm like, if he wants some advice, I give some advice or say, well, we should do this, or maybe we should do that, this, that, and the other. But I don't interfere with martial arts in the network. That's this thing. Fist Kicks and Flicks is our thing, and that's his thing. So.
Yeah.
But I got some ideas and stuff if you ever wanted it, or what we could do, or what we should do, this, that, and the other. So, but the interviews were good, man. Colin was really, really how old is Colin? Do you know?
19.
19. Yeah. He seemed younger than
19, 20
Justin
around.
and Juliana. Yeah, he seemed younger than them.
Yeah.
They're full of energy, Joe. They are really, really great interview. I hope, I would like for them to come on Fist Kicks and Flicks one day and do a show with us three, and those two. We'll all watch a movie and review it. That would be a fun show.
Yeah. Listen, they
They could talk.
In all seriousness,
Okay.
I really do like them. And I think I was explaining it to Gene before that I watched Justin. I watched him compete. He's from Boston, so I got to see him growing up as a kid as I was competing, and he always got to see me compete. So he's seen me since I was a little kid coming through, and then he got so like it's a little bit like we have a little different connection type of deal with that. But he is an awesome dude, man. Like he's a funny dude. He's a real funny dude. Real funny.
I think I'm gonna reach out to him, because he says that he does consulting for martial arts schools, and he helps people with their businesses. I just want to know, like, what are some of the things that he does for them. I don't know. I might hire them for a consultation or something one day. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him one day and talk about, because they have a lot of projects on the way. And Juliana, she definitely got passionate about one of her things that she has going on, man. And I'm not going to talk about it right now. I just kind of want it to come out on the show so people can hear about it. Plus, I want to tease people and make sure they listen to the interview when it drops.
Yeah, she definitely was passionate. She was passionate about one of her projects, and you know they're gonna be giving back a lot to the community in general. So that's good for them.
Now, Joe,
awesome. I like that.
I asked everyone a question, right? Now, I didn't tell Angel about this or Travis or anybody, but I asked everyone. My final question. We both did 5 questions to everyone we interviewed. So I'm going to ask you, what Cobra Kai character do you think could have won the AKA Warrior Cup? Everybody said the same, except for me. I said something different, but everybody else said the same answer. And it's a little bit surprising, the answer that everybody gave. But who do you think?
Really?
Yeah.
Could have won the AKA?
And what division? Who will win the Warrior Cup and in what division?
I'm gonna go with Hawk.
That is the answer everybody said.
Really?
Everybody said that except for me.
Division? For what division?
Open weight.
Okay, so for fighting, he would have Hawk.
Oh yeah, definitely for fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, would you have anyone for forms?
Sam.
A little different.
So and what I said was Daniel LaRusso for Katas. That's what I said because he's been doing the fucking form for 40 years. He's done it. How come he doesn't compete in forms? You would think he would compete. Like
True.
Miyagi-Do is based around Katas. He says that in the show.
True.
You know, but yet and still he fights a lot.
Okay, Daniel with Kata and Sam can do bow.
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody picked Johnny or Miguel. I was really surprised. Everybody just says Hawk real quick.
Yeah.
And probably because Johnny probably would get disqualified. Kreese probably would get disqualified.
Yeah.
You know.
I could see Miguel, but to me, like Hawk puts his all into it.
Mm-hmm.
And Miguel gets in his head sometimes. Hawk just goes for it. And I feel like that's what you need. You need that.
Do you feel like they kind of downplayed Hawk a little bit in this whole season, episodes 1 through 10 so far?
Yes,
I think so for this season.
They focused all on Robbie, Tori, Sam, and Miguel.
Yeah, they did.
And Hawk, the only time they focused on Hawk was him and Dimitri fighting, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And Hawk is a fan favorite, even though they made his mohawk so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the whole red white. They could have did the red white and blue, but it's too big now.
Yeah,
like he just got it cut a few months ago, according to their timeline. He just got it cut, and it's grown back that big already. You know.
Yeah, it was a little loud.
Yeah,
but you know,
let's get into the show.
That's fine.
Episode 10.
I mean, yeah, man. There's a lot to unpack in this because there's a lot that I like and there's a lot that I didn't like. Literally, the beginning starts off. I like young Miyagi. Young Miyagi was fun. Mm-hmm. That was cool. I was kind of thinking, I was hoping they were gonna like do a flashback to his fight, but instead, it's a Daniel LaRusso dream, and it's just more Daniel LaRusso bullshit. I'm sorry, but it is because he's fighting Mr. Miyagi in his dream. And he's like talking to Mr. Miyagi, like it's actually Mr. Miyagi. First off, how do you know that's Mr. Miyagi? You've never seen him when he was that young.
Well, I'm quite sure Mr. Miyagi has had pictures. I mean, they did have photography.
Yeah,
back then. He probably said, "Hey, this is
like,
me." He has to have some pictures of himself in his house or something.
He's fighting Mr. Miyagi, and he's like asking Mr. Miyagi if this is a lesson. And Mr. Miyagi's like, "This is no lesson." I'm like, You couldn't handle. Basically, you couldn't handle a lesson like this. I didn't tell you things because you couldn't handle. So, but Miyagi would have never said nothing like that. So this is Daniel getting into his own head and dealing with his own issues. And my whole thing about Daniel this season in the Sekai Taikai, he should have put his own BS aside and focused on these kids. I mean, honestly, at this point, I almost felt like they would have been better without Daniel because he was just so wrapped up in his own crap. Like Chosen and Johnny might have just been able to handle it better than him because he needed to be there for these kids, and he was kind of letting them down the whole time.
Mhm.
And this only showed how far away he was from the whole thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. He's freaking out. He makes sure that the certificate that he got from Silver was real.
Silver, yeah.
And everything. And the other thing that bugged me about this episode, so everyone's in the lobby, and Tori and Robbie are trying to talk, and she's kind of giving them the cold shoulder, and it's Cobra Kai is getting ready to leave, and of course, they call everyone to a meeting, and here, Quan is still talking junk. You just got beat, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, it's a good thing that you don't have to fight me in the finals.
yeah,
You lost.
yeah,
Go away.
yeah.
Okay, but now this, if you wanted Cobra Kai back, you should have never eliminated them. Okay, if you want it to be Cobra Kai and Miyagi in the finals, just make it Cobra Kai and Miyagi in the finals. Don't eliminate Cobra Kai and then bring them back on a technicality. That pissed me off.
What do you think should have happened in that situation? Because something like that kind of almost happened at the tournament. I'm not sure.
I don't think that Cobra Kai should have just been let back in. I think the remaining team should have had a face off.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been more exciting, but they probably should have done that in the last episode. But beyond that, I mean, the second that they called everyone back, I'm like, okay, obviously they're eliminating another team. Cobra Kai is coming back. And I was immediately like, this is dumb. I don't know why. Don't bother, okay? But whatever. If that's how they want to do it.
What was the explanation they used? Because that other team could have had an argument also. The
They
one
said
that Iron
PEDs.
Dragons, huh?
Oh, Cobra Kai had the most points before getting eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So that's what they said. So the other crazy thing about this, okay, not once but twice in this episode, Kreese is trying to kill Terry Silver with his knife.
Yes.
What
Yes.
the hell?
Yeah.
Like, you're just gonna murder this guy?
Yeah.
And then what? Evade jail again?
Well, I'm assuming he was planning to run to Korea.
So you're gonna leave your team behind? You're gonna go kill Terry Silver and then peace out.
Well, I don't think I was thinking that he was probably going to figure out, like, maybe it would just be a mystery as to who did this. But Daniel and Johnny would have definitely figured out that Kreese did it. Like, nobody else wanted him dead. Like,
gonna turn Cobra Kai into a game of Clue.
Who did it with what weapon? And in
John
what room?
Kreese
In the spa.
in the hall with the dagger. So yeah, that was crazy to me. So of course, everyone's a little on edge now because like, what do we got to do to take these? We beat Cobra Kai once, we beat them twice, and now we got to do it again.
Yeah, because the Russian team, I guess they have been using steroids. Some of their fighters have been.
Was that Russia or was that Poland? I couldn't tell.
They said, I think it was Russia.
It was Russia? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that was real, or you think someone messed with their stuff?
That's a good question, Angel. That's
because in the moment
they were adamant that they didn't do anything.
Yeah, in the moment I couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like what like in my mind I was like, I feel like someone messed with their stuff just to get them.
You want to know my messed up answer?
Kreese's face was like as if he knew that was gonna happen.
You know my messed up answer to that?
What?
It's really messed up, but I was like, well, they're Russian. Drago was Russian. Drago was doping, so hell, they're doping too. That was my messed up thought. So I was like, okay, I'm with it. Y'all cheaters.
Johnny and Daniel are on the beach. They're supposed to be getting the kids ready, and they're ready to fight each other. The feud between them just needed.
Hold on. This part was stupid.
Just needed to stop. I agree. It was very stupid.
This whole part was dumb because they're trying to figure out what we can do to stop Cobra Kai. What the fuck do you mean? You just train y'all been just work out, just do some combinations, do some cardio. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, why are they acting like they're going on a quest?
I know. But you know what? Okay. Now this is the part I like, because after they pull their heads out of their asses, which Chosen does tell them they need to get their heads out of their asses, we get a nice fighting montage. Get some music, some training, so just when I thought I was out,
that's your name.
back in.
Angel, this is Joe's Mafia name. He is going to be known from here on as Joey Montage. Joey Montage.
Boy, Joey Montage. I like that.
That is his Mafia name.
Perfect. Listen, man, you can't beat a good montage. Come on. This is good time. So,
but I like it was Miguel. It was Miguel who got them to get it together.
Yeah. So the setup is the captains versus captains, and it's team versus team, and it's a tag fight, right?
No, it's elimination.
Oh yeah, it's elimination. Yeah. So guys against guys, girls against girls.
Yep.
It's continuous fighting, multiple points, 10 points for a knockdown, 20 for a knockout. Which that's dangerous, man. It's a little crazy. And the first fight is Diego versus what team is that?
Quan.
Yeah, Diego versus Quan. So Cobra Kai. I don't know who Diego's.
He's on the Spanish team. That was Justin.
Okay.
Who we interviewed. Yeah.
So right away, Quan scores 7 points and then a knockout, so he gets 27. So I mean, it's a pretty good way to make a good comeback.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't mess with that. Zara fights next. She doesn't end her fight in a knockout, but she puts up some points. I think she ended up like 11 or 12 some points like that.
Now, Angel, do you remember, was that Juliana that she was fighting? No, she didn't fight Juliana, did she? No. She had to.
No.
Because Tori and Sam are going to fight each other.
Yeah.
But
that's what the girls you interviewed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That was the Spanish team made it to the Final Four, right?
I don't know. I feel like they didn't.
Well, Quan knocked out Diego. Remember when he fell over?
Yeah. So then, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. Did that happen in the lead up? But I believe it was 1-on-1. It was the 1-on-1 because I remember him falling in slow motion.
Yeah. Then he did.
Yeah. So that would mean that had to have been Juliana that Zara was fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get Robbie versus Axel, and this is where things start to get crazy because
now this is what I found interesting, Joe and Angel, because we don't know what is on the horizon. We have no idea.
No.
But what we do see is we see Daniel talk to Sam, and then we see Kim talk to Tori, and they're both a little hesitant about what's about to happen between them because they know they have to fight. And they talk with their instructor, and Tori has some concerns on her face, and Sam does also. And it was interesting that they teased that because to me, it feels like it was leading up to them eventually fighting, which would mean that they must be planning to continue the tournament after what happened. Or else why have these parts?
Let's get to that because first off, this fight, Robbie couldn't get through Axel's defense. And then Axel's coach told him to start offense. I don't know what Axel's original plan was, just to go all defense.
I don't know.
Weird. And
it reminded me of Rocky against Drago.
Yeah, but they were like, they're like his defense is amazing, and then when he started performing some offense, they're like, his offense is even better, and it was. I mean, not only is he scoring points, but he's putting Robbie down on his knees with every freaking punch, man, and kick. It was crazy. So, you're kind of looking like, how are we going to come out of this?
Mm-hmm.
But during the fight, Robbie gets knocked back, and Quan grabs him and gives him like a kidney punch.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, okay, so now we got to worry about Quan and Axel. But when this goes down, Miguel starts coming out, and this ensues a brawl. Now, I'm sorry.
Well, not
This
yet.
brawl.
It was this kind of pushing and shoving because Axel attacks Miguel or pushes him back, and Cobra Kai is getting into it with
It
him.
creates a chain reaction.
Yeah.
And so what starts the brawl really is somehow the Russian guy comes out, and the guy who's calling this whole thing and running the Sekai Taikai, he's telling everyone to get back and
Right.
so they can keep continuing. And the Russian guy comes out and punches him and puts him down, and then everybody, storms the mat, and we're just everyone's
Russians,
fighting
yeah.
everyone. Senseis are getting involved. Kreese right away makes a beeline for Terry Silver with his knife.
And what's going on is this is being broadcast to everyone around the world, so everyone is watching it. So we see Daniel's wife, and she has all of the kids who didn't make it over there. They're sitting at home watching all of this take place.
I know,
and just shocking off.
Daniel's wife, the smartest one, is like, really? Why does this keep happening?
Yeah.
Now, two things I got a problem with this. We've already had a brawl in the show. It's
we've had a few.
unnecessary. We don't need the brawl.
Yeah.
We don't need it. And as a martial artist, this makes us look bad. This is not what martial arts is. This is not what karate is. Especially, this is supposed to be a disciplined thing. This is not what our sport is, and this is what we're putting out there as like, oh, come to a karate tournament. Doesn't everyone want to do karate? Hey, it's okay. There's just going to be one or two brawls. It's all right, no problems.
Yeah, your kid can get into a fighting school, or somebody can come to your house with a bunch of other karate kids and start a fight with those.
And
kids.
start tearing your house up for no reason.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I realize they need action for the show, but I feel like the tournament could have been action, no problem. Yeah. I don't think this brawl was necessary, and I know what the director was trying to do. They're trying to give us a shock and awe. Yeah. They want to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And so this definitely, I didn't see this coming. I remember watching this. This was the farthest thing from my mind. Okay. Yeah. I can go over 10 different scenarios. Never thought about anything like this. So yeah, you got me. Good job. But now my biggest question is, because like I said, we got fights going everywhere. Some of our friends, they're protecting each other. Sam comes to Tori's aid. Tori comes to Miguel's aid. So friends are back to being friends. So some of these alliances are even Chosen and Kim are back to helping each other.
I kind of like how she said "my hero" when he came to help her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she asked him, "Oh, was this a mistake?"
Yeah,
and he goes, "No more mistakes." So and I like that Chosen could bring Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai together. I doubt Kreese is ever going to get on board with that. Maybe he will.
I'm a spoiler. I fully expect before this to end, Kreese dies. I don't see him surviving.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
Yeah.
Now Johnny gets into it with the Iron Dragons instructor, and that's not going well. Daniel's got to fight this asshat with the long hair and the dragon tattoo a third time. How many times do I got to beat you before you leave me alone? I'm sorry. Some people just need to learn you're not going to win this fight.
That character is like almost like a pointless character. Like in the Karate Kid Part 3, he barely spoke.
Yes.
He really didn't have much of a role in that. And now him being here is just weird because they even had to flash us back so we even know who he was. Nobody ever thought about that guy.
Like, no. To be honest with you, I knew who he was, but that's because I told you I met him at a tournament.
Yeah.
But like when I saw him, I'm not lying to you. I was like, why the hell is he even in this? Like you didn't have a significant role to be brought back.
Nobody ever thought about that character. Honestly, I'm not being mean to the actor. It's not his fault, but like he's the one character that nobody ever thought of. The other guy, Snake, had more of a role in Karate Kid 3 than this guy did. He was just there, standing around doing stuff.
No, I found this to be kind of weird because right in the middle of Johnny fighting the Iron Dragon guy,
Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Daniel comes to his rescue. Yeah. It looked like they were going to take him on together. Johnny gets knocked down, looks over and sees Kreese going after Terry Silver and with the knife. Now, my thing is this: is Johnny concerned about Kreese or concerned about what Kreese is going to do?
No, I think he was going over there to hit Kreese because Johnny still has animosity toward Kreese.
Okay, but see, that's what I always kept saying. Like, is he worried about Kreese? Is he trying to hurt Kreese, or is he worried about what Kreese is about to do?
No, I think he wanted to get some licks in. I don't think he wants Kreese to die, but I think he wants to hurt him or just get it. Sometimes there's some people you just want to punch in the face.
Yeah.
To the point where you're going to leave a current fight, you're going to leave Daniel, which you probably think Daniel's fine. He's on his own.
Yeah.
And go take on. That was, I don't know. It felt like.
No, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So Kreese catches up to Silver, goes for his knife, realizes he dropped it. They did a flashback. They show the knife dropping on the stage. Kreese and Terry start fighting each other. And that fight was weird because Kreese is kind of getting the better. And I never felt Terry Silver was that great of a fighter. I don't know about you.
I thought it was pretty good. When
really?
We saw, because
I guess we never really saw him. I just don't feel like I've never really seen enough of his skill.
We saw him fighting in the Karate Kid 3 at the very, very beginning. The first thing we see of him is him fighting, and I'm assuming that was this guy that's here in Snake, because he was training with them and he was beating them up and he's kicking. So ever since we had that interaction, I just assumed that they're saying Terry Silver is a pretty good fighter.
Okay. So I just thinking like, I can't think of too many times. Like he's thrown a couple kicks, he's thrown a couple punches. He showed Daniel a few things, but I just don't recall him really. But
he's beat up Daniel in Cobra Kai series, and he's beat up Johnny. He's beat up both characters.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when Johnny got drunk, and he remember him saying to Miguel that old man could kick, and Miguel had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
So Kreese starts things off with a bit of a sucker punch. He catches Terry a little off guard, and then Terry starts, playing games, moving between laundry, and kind of throws John off, and then he starts getting the better of John. And that's when Johnny comes in, and Johnny kind of helps out and saves the day. And him and Kreese don't start fighting each other, do they?
Johnny?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So he saved Kreese.
Yeah, he saved Kreese.
Yeah, he just saves Kreese. In the nick of time, takes out Silver, and then we see somebody find and pick up the knife, and then they do show us who that somebody is, and it's Quan.
You knew something was about to happen. You knew something was going to happen because the music changed.
Yeah, because I was wondering where he was going. And the other thing that happens that I just kind of thought was funny before this was the main Seikai Taikai guy gets up and he knocks out the Russian guy, and he said, what does he say? Das Vidanya, motherfucker. Something crazy like that.
So what ended up happening, Joe, what ends up happening is Quan and Axel start fighting. And they start fighting because I think Robbie was getting beat up by Quan, and Sam ran over to help Robbie. And
and Quan hit Sam.
He kicked Sam in the stomach, and Axel sees this, and he runs over to Quan, and they start fighting. They start going at it, and Axel is beating the hell out of Quan, and he ends up flying across the room, knocks the camera over, falls down, and when he lands right there by Kreese's knife, and he grabs it and picks it up,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're again, this is not. If you get beat up, take your beating, okay?
I wonder what was he planning to do? Because he grabs the knife and he runs at Axel, and he just jumps up and starts spinning.
Well, he was gonna jump, spin, and stab him.
Oh, okay. Because I thought thought that maybe the damn knife was in his foot or something, and was going to slice his head off, holding the knife in between his toes. Because I'm like, why is he jumping and spinning? Like, you could have just ran up and poked him. You could have did it like he was in jail, like he had a shiv, just poked him in the kidneys or something.
Axel's defense comes true again because he kicks Quan right in the air.
Listen, Axel ain't made out of bricks. He ain't the thing. Like
Exactly.
he could have just been poking his hands. It don't matter if you block it with your elbows, your arms, your forearms, anything. You know, if you feel something poking you, you're going to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he doesn't get poked because he kicks my guy in the air and he goes flying. And when he goes flying, he stabs himself with the knife.
Yeah, he lands on a knife.
And they roll him over. You see a lot of blood. They roll him over. This is all on camera.
Yeah.
And Quan basically killed himself.
What I was worried about was how does Daniel see all of this happening? Because Daniel was across the room and he sees Quan with the knife and he's trying to get over to Quan. He's yelling and he's screaming and he's running in that direction. And I'm like, well, how could you even see what was going on with all of these people fighting and everyone that's around? You know,
I don't know. His super karate eyes.
Yeah, and he gets over there, but he got over there too late and he turned over Quan and Quan lets out
Okay, so
the loudest yell ever, and then everybody stops. And Johnny and Kreese and Silver come out from their like backstage fighting.
Which that part made no sense because I'm like, how did you guys know to say, okay, fight's done, let's just go and see what happened? Like
they heard the yell, they heard him screaming, and they just kind of
heard
looked.
the yell.
I'm saying like that doesn't mean nothing.
Because that could have been anybody.
People yelling the whole time.
Well, I'm assuming they felt like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like a Kia. That does not sound like a normal yell. That something is wrong.
In the middle of me about to punch you in the face, you say, never mind, let's just go and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Weird.
I get it.
So my thing is this. Where the hell do they go from here? Like that kind of ending to this season, and then February comes around. You're going to continue the tournament? How do you continue a tournament? And if you do continue the tournament, who takes the second captain spot for Cobra Kai?
Well, I don't know what you do.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many unanswered questions.
If it's Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon continues the Saikai Taikai.
Of course he does.
Somebody passing away is not going to stop him from having this event.
But this was also nationally televised because right away the guy running the thing says, "Cut the camera."
Yeah, but just based on the brawl alone, the tournament should have ended. Yes. Without somebody dying, something like this happening, that you can't continue.
I agree.
Just from that,
agree.
So
I agree. So I honestly, I just don't see how you continue this tournament. I really don't.
Yeah,
which
I don't.
Brings its own kind of drama.
Yeah, but then you have like no conclusion to the whole thing.
I know. That's the problem.
I'm talking about to the tournament only,
No, that's what I'm saying. What, like, are they going to change up the rules? Are they going to they're going to do something crazy. We know this.
Yeah.
I just don't. I can't possibly think. We probably won't be able to think of what it's going to be.
Yeah. And we'll find out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be really good. I just every time I think about it, I'm like, where do you go from here? It's so hard to just say, okay, well, let's continue this tournament.
Yeah.
And some of a lot of these people are going to need therapy, man.
I feel like I need to watch episodes 1 through 10 together because the first 5 and these 5 do not feel like the same season at all to me. And I think it's because every other season we were able to just sit down and watch episodes 1 through 10 together. Like I forget Mike Barnes helped train these kids to get ready for the Saikai Taikai. Sometimes I mix the first part of this season with the last season 5. I feel like maybe I'll do that before this comes. Maybe I might watch seasons 5 and 6 before this new season start.
One more question I got.
Yeah.
How is this going to affect Axel? Is he going to stay the same, or is he going to be traumatized and try to bow out?
He might be arrested for murder.
I don't think so. Nah, he didn't intentionally do that.
It doesn't matter. You still got to have. I mean, yeah, he might get off, but he's going to jail.
Not murder, maybe manslaughter, but
No, he's not going. He should not be able to continue. You killed someone or helped kill someone, so he's going to jail this day. He should, if this is
They're
real.
going to call self-defense. He was coming at him with a knife.
Yeah, but you still are not going to be able to say, well, the police are not going to come in and just say, okay, you can continue with this tournament. You got to go to jail while they sort all that out. That's just that. I mean, that happens. Like if somebody comes to my house and I shoot someone because they were in my house, like I'm still going to go to jail. I'm still going to while they sort everything out. I'm not going to
continue. You're going to go
to
to the police station in cuffs.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say, okay, he broke into my house.
You'll be going home before the night is over. You're not going to jail.
But I'm not going to be able to finish watching the movie on TV. No. So the psychiatrist they can't just wait around and figure out what happened with Axel.
Okay, but then that cheapens. Then whoever wins, that's going to cheapen the win.
Yeah, and it helps kind of lead into their spinoffs, whatever they have planned for spinoffs. Because these last 5 episodes, like I want to know more about Diego now. That was a cool character. I want to know more. Unfortunately, we're not gonna find out more about Quan because that was a cool character also. Zara, they built these characters up, and now the whole franchise is ending now. It's like, well, I want to know more about these people. So they might have some different types of spinoffs for all of these people. Even the kids that's going away to college. It's pretty interesting, man. They have some toys to play with if they want to.
Got any good questions, Angel? Got any ideas?
No, I mean honestly, there was something that Juliana and Justin talked about. I was gonna bring up, and I'll say it now because I think it would be a good point. Since we're talking about like we want to know about all the other people, she was saying that some of the fandom that people have wrote, they they created a story arc, the fans created story arcs for Juliana and Diego, and some people are saying that like now those characters are getting popularized, and they almost want to see a spinoff with just them, which, I think that's very interesting, and I think that's really cool. The other thing I also think is, I think the Cobra Kai universe, has so many avenues they can go to. They've teased that John Kreese prequel and his origin story. They've teased that before. Now we have all the teams. You can tease, some of the teams if you want to get really down. Wolf, you can even bring him in, and now he can have his own.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's in a good place. I think the way they end this Cobra Kai is really gonna be. I think that, and then the Karate Kid, the new movie, is gonna be like the biggest things.
What if they continue it
in that movie? I thought that.
No. I think that's gonna be something different. But what if they continue it because there's no more Cobra Kai? Maybe that's why it ends. But maybe these stories, these characters are going to continue, but it's not going to be under the name of Cobra Kai. Like let's say Daniel and Johnny, they realize that we can't do everything that our senseis taught. We got to go our own way. Mr. Miyagi is not the person that you thought he was. He's still a good man. He's just not the person that you thought he was, and neither is John Kreese. So instead of having Cobra Kai as or Miyagi-Do as our team name, what if the team name is changed? What if it's All Valley Championship Karate? Maybe that's the new dojo. Maybe the new series might be called Miyagi-Do. Who knows? But Cobra Kai ends is a symbol of there is no more Cobra Kai because John Kreese dies and his old sensei. Maybe they have a fight and they kill each other. Who knows what happens? Because Quan is one of that guy's, Sensei Kreese's sensei's top students. He's not going to be happy that his student died at the Saikai Taikai.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some type of friction right there between those two guys also. So who knows? This it's interesting. It's fun to think about.
Yeah. Sure.
But what I don't think I used to think that the Miyagi mystery was going to have something to do with this new Karate Kid movie, Legends. I don't think so anymore. After seeing the trailer, I think they might wrap up this whole Miyagi mystery in these last 5. Now,
yeah,
I hope they do then.
Yeah.
It's bothering me, honestly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's a lot of they're gonna have to put a lot in these last 5. I'm really curious as to
I
how
hope
they
the
do it.
episodes are longer then.
Yeah, something because like it's a lot to finish, and he only got 5 episodes.
It's not enough.
All right, you guys got anything else?
No, man, I'm good.
All right, cool. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. Oh, you know what? We got to do our grades. Is this all an A?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we watching next week? We did not. We haven't even discussed it, have we?
No, we have not.
We'll figure that out tomorrow.
All right, we can talk about it offline
I
then.
don't work on them.
Yeah, here you go again.
On
Stay safe, stay
Tuesday.
strong. We'll holler at you next week. And I'm going to play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.